All right, I want to talk to you about the Sunshine Hormone. It's one of the few vitamins or nutrients, actually a hormone, that I never miss, and that would be vitamin D. And here's where vitamin D comes from. Ideally, we get adequate sun exposure. The sun hits our skin, our body produces vitamin D. We have lots of vitamin D, which is actually a hormone, and it does an amazing amount of things for our body. Low vitamin D, this is from Dr. Cannell of the Vitamin D Council. Low vitamin D is associated, this is just some of them. Having deficient levels of vitamin D is associated with cancer, with heart disease, with diabetes, with colds and flu. This is huge. Like, you know how the fall and winter is cold and flu season? What that really is vitamin D deficiency season. So what happens, the days get shorter, the days get colder, we cover up more, we get less sunlight. As we get less sunlight, we produce less vitamin D. Vitamin D levels go down, and then when our vitamin D levels go down, our immune system goes down, and we're more susceptible to colds and the flu. So cold and flu season doesn't mean there's more viruses and stuff floating around. Our immune system is down, and a big part of that is because we're deficient in vitamin D. But deficient in vitamin D is associated with polycystic ovarian syndrome, infertility, skin disorders, gum disease. There's just so many things, and one of the best supplements you can take, and one of the best supplements you can give to your kids, is a high quality vitamin D. So what makes vitamin D high quality? So one, it needs to be in the form D3, not D2. Make sure it's D3. And vitamin D is absorbed much better when it's taken with a fat. So a good vitamin D supplement like ours, the vitamin D3 is in flax oil. So flax oil is good because it's a healthy fat. Plus it helps you absorb the vitamin D better. And if you have low vitamin D and you bring your vitamin D levels up, it's amazing how many positive changes you can have in your body. So when it comes to supplementation, you really don't want to try and treat symptoms. You want to treat deficiency. And on average, especially in the wintertime, and especially in northern climates, people are extremely low in vitamin D. And your skin color plays a big difference too. You know, before it's so easy to travel, the closer you were to the equator, the darker your skin was, because the darker skin protected you from being under the sun all the time. You're constantly under sun. But as you get farther from the equator, skin was more and more fairer, lighter, because there was less amounts of sunlight, so you want a really fair skin so you could really absorb the vitamin D. So if you have darker skin in a northern climate that isn't very sunny, you really are a high risk of being low in vitamin D. Now here's a great thing. Vitamin D is extremely inexpensive for a great product. Like the vitamin D I offer, it's like about 10, 11 cents per day. I mean, that is dirt cheap for something that is so good for you. And then we have a liquid form where you can put like just little olive oil vitamin D drops for your kids, because I give it to my baby, and my baby's no ear infections, none of the common sicknesses kids get. 2 years now, he hasn't had any of that stuff. So I think it's just an extremely important supplement, and it gives you more energy, it makes you feel good for your muscles. It's just good in so many ways, and it's almost impossible to do too much of it. Like Dr. Cannell, I love his quote. He goes, worrying about vitamin D toxicity is like worrying about drowning as you're walking through the desert, right? It's extremely hard. So if you go, just follow my recommendations. I like to recommend 5,000 IUs for international units per day, per person. If you're a little bit bigger, like over 200 pounds, you can do 10,000 IUs a day. For me, I do about 10,000 IUs a day in the wintertime. In the summer, when I'm in the sun all the time, then I might not take it for a month or two. But as fall and winter comes on, I never miss it. So I highly encourage you to do the same. And I'm very proud of this. I haven't had a sick day in about 11 years. I know taking vitamin D has been a huge part of that, along with all the other healthy eating and exercise and quality sleep. You know, it's all one big thing. But for as inexpensive as it is, for how good it is for you, and the amount of research to show how good it is for you, I think it's crazy not to spend a dime a day to get yourself some good, high quality vitamin D. And like any supplement, there's some out there that are as good as mine, but you're not going to find anything better.